All right, Tom. So an awful lot to get through in this video because we've got technically 4 different tunings to go through, and just a couple of little tidbits on each one. And I've got them down here, the things we went through. So here we go. So first of all, we're going to do drop D. So obviously standard tuning, except the 6th string goes down 2 semitones. So first of all, you've got your normal chords, right? Your normal basic ones. So obviously now with D major and minor, now all of a sudden you can leave in the 6th string, get those nice big chords. Chords like E minor and major, just bring this one up the 2 frets to compensate it. So now that's what E minor looks like. One thing I'd say about that though is when you're holding this string down, be very gentle with it. Only as much pressure as you need, because if I just hold only enough pressure and squeeze it, you know, that's nearly a semitone up. So just minimal pressure. So E major, for example, G. So we're holding this one on the 5th fret, muting this the 5th, and the rest of them are normal. A, C, those don't really change because they don't involve the 6th string anyway. And one more thing as well on these ones, D sus2, one of my favorite chords. You can just drag that up the fretboard, similar to what you would do in an open tuning, but it's a simpler way of getting it. So if you want a happy tune, here are the frets you can use. Start from the start, then up by 2, another 2, then up 1, another 2, another 2. If you want a minor tune, then up by 2 again. Same. The second is always 2 semitones up in minor or major keys. Then up by 1 for that minor third. Up by 2, another 2, and 1. Another 2, and then all the way up to the top. You've got a nice easy pentatonic scale here as well, minor pentatonic, if you're in the key of D minor. So that's just open 3-5, open 3-5, open 3-5. And nothing wrong with using the in-between notes in there, the 4th fret too. So it's just very accessible because it's all in the same fret, so you can just kind of do, you know, all kinds of doodling with it. Other than that, then we've got there's just a lovely D minor add 9 chord that you can get very easily up here. So 10th fret and 10th fret. Very big, very dramatic. And then of course you can make, that's your minor third there, so you bring it up here. It's 5th, there's the 5th, so of course that stays the same. D major add 9. And then all the way down, you can sort of just do different double stops. That's double stops, just 2 notes at the same time. So let's say for D major, nope. So that's 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 2. Minor key. We've got 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 5, 3, 3, and that'll be 2, 1. Okay. Moving swiftly along. So that's all we did in drop D. So God, we're at 4 minutes already. Okay, so Dagdad then. So I know you already know what the notes are. So let's get down there now. So we got D, A, and again, when you're doing this, there's no point in doing it accurately the first time, right? Because tuning one string up, tuning one string down significantly is going to bring all the other ones up a little bit because of the way the tension is distributed and shared across the fretboard. So, okay, so first of all, now, so as I said, Dagdad, the open chord there gives you a D sus4, so it's neither major nor minor, right? So you can get very playful on the G string, because the G string, that's where that fourth is, right? G is the fourth of D. Okay, so if you want a big power chord then, power chord is just a chord that has a first and a fifth in it. Or you could say eighth as well, but eighth refers to the same note as the first. Okay, so up here, again, whether it's happy or sad, the kind of vibe you have just depends on which chords you select, so or which frets you select. So we'll start off on the 2. That's the same for major or minor. Maybe go minor, so let's say up by 1, 5th, 7th, 9, 10, 12. By the time we get to 14, then we're up the octave. Major. 4, 6, 7, 9, 11, 12, and back up to 14 again. Now, if you want to get exotic about it, you can sort of combine the major and minor notes to get something that's just a little bit weird, or whatever word you want to use. So, for example, let's say 2, 3, 6, 7, 8 to get that flat second. Very tense. Then maybe a major third. There's a major third. When you combine the major third and the minor third, you get, again, a very sort of uneasy, unsettling kind of... So you got all those options just on the G string. So you've got the basic major and minor chords here. So, for example, you would have G minor. Now, so where we're getting these from is these notes here are the same as they are in standard tuning. So there's your clue, right? Now, the bass note of them would normally be here. So let's say we're doing a G minor. That's how you do it in standard tuning. Now, remember, this one, of course, has to come up 2 frets to compensate. So you're here. Now, back 2 for the minor third. Back 1 for the major third. So let's say, if we start with the majors. E minor, F sharp minor, G major, so that's, so I'll say this fret, then that fret, okay? So the 3 here, whatever fret they're on, and then the G string, okay? So this is E minor 2 and open, F sharp minor 4 and 2, G major 5 and 4, A major 7 and 6, B minor 9 and 7, C sharp. Now C sharp is the 7th of the key, so that's going to be a diminished one. So you wouldn't do that, but then, so what you can do instead is, to get that diminished, there's your 5th, flatten that down and leave the other 2 where they were. So that's going to be 11, 10, 11, 9. Still doesn't sound great as a diminished either. You know, open tuning is not very conducive for that kind of thing anyway. So, and then we're back up 12 and 11. Minor chords. So we've got so now this, in a minor key, the 2nd is the diminished. So that sounds a little bit better, I guess. But anyway, moving on. F major 3 and 2. G minor 5 and 3. A minor 7 and 5. B flat 8 and 7. C major, that's 10 and 9. And then by the time we get up here, we're back up to D minor. Okay, so what are very nice here are the D string and B string chords. So for this one, D and B can the D and the B string can be on the same fret pretty much all the time. So we go open, 4th fret, 2nd fret, 4th fret, 5th fret, 7th fret, 9, 10, right, so then finally we'll just do the open D tuning, right? So this is Dadgad, so this is D sus4 here, right? So there's our fourth. So if we take that fourth down by one semitone, then that's going to be the major third. So which is going to be, for D is F sharp. And now we just get this nice big happy D major chord there. So again, all you need to do is go up in the scale according to the major to get with power chords, right? So there's your power chords right there, first, fifth, eighth, but leave all the open ones there as well. So that's your major scale is you start on the first, then up by a tone, up by another tone, semitone, tone, 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 but then again there's our diminished, so we might just leave that out of there, and then back up there. Okay, now if that's a major third, then that's a minor third. Okay, so that's F. All right, so same again. Now obviously we're really skimping over the details here and kind of not really going very deep into it, but we're already at 11.5 minutes. So again, second, that's your diminished. That sounds pretty cool. So that's 2, 1, 2, open, open, open. Up by a semitone, 3rd fret, 5th fret, 7th, 8th, 10th. That's a nice one too, actually. That's just 1, 1, 1, open, open, open. And on the D minor. Okay, so if you could just go over the video again a few times and just sort of, because there's an awful lot in there that I just kind of breezed through. So, as I said, the idea here is not that you take all of that in, but that some of this stuff might be interesting to you and you could see how you could add it to what you're already doing. Because I know you already use Dadgad, or Dadgad, yourself. And so just a couple of extra little ideas to kind of add into it, just to spice things up a little bit. So I'm sure they'll find some of this useful anyway. All right, see you again.